So now we are going to study the other articles. We were going from bottom to top. So today we are going to know about carbohydrates. What are the carbohydrates? In this article, you will read about carbohydrates, their structure, their general feature, classification and nomenclature, and so types of carbohydrates, composition of carbohydrates, and their most important groups. Which type of carbohydrates is carbohydrates class of naturally occurring compound and derivatives formed from them. In the early part of 19th century, the substance that wood, starch, and linen were found to be composed mainly of molecules containing atom carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen to have a general formula C6H12O6. Other organic molecules with the similar formulas were found to have a similar ratio of hydrogen to oxygen. The general formula CxH2O(Y) is commonly used to represent many carbohydrates, which means watered carbon. Carbohydrates are probably the most abundant and widespread organic substance in nature. They are essential constituent of all living organisms. They are formed by a green plant from the carbon dioxide and water during the process of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates serves as energy source as the essential structural components in the organism. In addition, the part of structure of the nucleic acid which contain genetic information consists of carbohydrates. Wheat starch granules stained with iodine. This picture shows you the wheat starch granules stained with iodine. Classification and nomenclature. Its general feature. First is classification and nomenclature. Carbohydrates have four main divisions: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Three main divisions: monosaccharides only simple sugars. When two monosaccharides combine, they form the disaccharides, and more than two saccharides combine to form a polysaccharide. Because their atoms have the different structural arrangement, the sugars have the different characteristics. So they are the isomers. Fructose and glucose slightly change in the structural arrangement. Both the formula is same, but the arrangement of molecule is different. So they are also composition is different. Their names are also different. So you can see that the in fructose, in this structural formula, the fructose have a carbon and oxygen double bond on the second carbon, and in glucose the carbon and oxygen double bond is on the first carbon. So this is the major change of their composition during two molecules of simple sugar that are linked to each other form a disaccharide and double sugar. The disaccharide sucrose and the table sugar consist of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. Some familiar sugar of sucrose and sugar beet and cane sugar, milk sugar, lactose and maltose are also disaccharides. Before the energy monosaccharide unit and rather lactose crystals you can see in this picture. Here is other information about there is a composition of the cellulose and glucose it is a ring structure and cellulose is a compact structure, so that's why it is very difficult to digest the cellulose molecule. There is also other adopentose and ketohexanes. So adopentose have 5 carbon atoms and the first carbon atom contains the carbon oxygen double bond and other 4 carbon atoms present a single hydroxyl molecule with the carbon. And in the ketohexanes, the carbon-oxygen double bond is present on the second carbon, and other five carbon atoms have the hydroxyl group. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe.